I know it's crazy. Alex, let me just do the numbers here real quick. Gold went over $1,400 an ounce today. Already went to $1,440.
No, I'm going to stop you. I'm sorry, Ted. We'll have to come back and talk about gold because that's another example. I've sat there with family, not real close family, but at dinners and things over the years, and I've like, gold's at 300. When they're babbling about their investments, and I go, gold's at 300, I would buy. A few years later, it's at 500. I would buy. And they still laugh. Then it's 800. They laugh. Then it's 1,000. They laugh. Now it's 1,400. They still laugh. It's like they love it. Their investments are in the toilet, but they don't care. It's like they worship the government. They worship ignorance. They worship failure. They love it. They love it, Ted. They love it. They love bondage.
I know, it is really weird the way that works out. It's almost like there's, hey, if you're on the gold team, you're on the wrong side.
They're under mind control. They're just idiots.
Yeah, no,
they're under mind control. They can't admit they've been conned, so they stick with it.
I know it. That's what it is. I mean, and it's all been sold to us. You know, this whole fiat system and the way it literally has been sold to us. I mean, my nephew went through Harvard Business, and he came out thinking that having a Federal Reserve note, a piece of paper, is better than gold.
They think, this is what happens. Only 20% of the public from the studies I've seen actually watch CNBC or read the Wall Street Journal. And then they think that's like high advanced rocket scientists, and they are now super geniuses because they repeat what the paid liars tell them to say. And so when you try to warn them about something, they think you're showing off. You're not trying to warn them. You're not trying to help them as a fellow human. It's all about posing. We're like a nation of preening, posing peacocks. I watch people in restaurants. They strut and get off on themselves and look at everyone. I mean, what does even that matter? And I just want to strangle them. I just, scum. The globalists have disgust for the public because they're doing all this to you and you love it. And I'm not talking about our listeners. Our listeners are the salt of the earth. Wonderful people. I've met you. I've talked to you. That more and more, this is probably even more hardcore than I thought. I mean, we've got the Rockefeller Foundation documents where they talk about putting sterilants in vaccines and how to do it. We've caught them doing it all over. I mean, how do we have a government caught doing all these experiments on troops and foster children and taking our blood secretly and putting uranium in the water? And if you walk up to a bar and try to tell people that in Austin, half of them will be listeners and go, yeah, you're right, but the other half will laugh at you. But what are the other half doing? Not going to the city council and saying, listen, we've discovered you don't just put fluoride in the water that's deadly, you're putting radioactive isotopes. And then if the mayor laughs, you sue him. If Lee Leffingwell laughs at you like he does, you sue him. They're poisoning us. It ain't funny. Again, it's this shield of laughing. It's some psychological warfare thing by these goblin people. And I, quite frankly, have had it. I'm sane, okay? I'm sane. I don't like the fact that they're poisoning our food and water. Ted, I'm sorry. I promise callers, we're going to break here in 3-4 minutes, and I'm coming right back with Vincent, Candy, Brandon, Mark, and Randy. Just lately, it's been hitting me so hard, Ted. And we see the gold going up, the silver, just like we said, because we know what we're talking about. This is common sense history. Tell folks what's happened with gold and silver, where all this is going. The technical analyst in Bloomberg saying that it's going to break its ratio with silver. What does that mean? Give us today's silver and gold offers, the radio super deals.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the silver. Right now, $29.73, almost $30 an ounce. I've been talking about the survival bag of dimes, which right now they're 2,295.72 if you're going to buy one bag of 100 face, which, by the way, you can buy it in fractions if you want to call it, if you don't have that much money. But the point is it now takes $23 to buy one dime. That means that the United States dollar takes 23 times as much money to buy silver as it did when silver was constitutional money back in 1964. Get a clue. The United States dollar is going into the toilet. You're talking about the Federal Reserve.
Yuppies don't believe it. The yuppies will tell you there's not even abortions in America. They just run around like delusional filth. But a lot of people aren't delusional filth. Ted, tell folks the super good deals on gold and silver you got.
Yeah, sure. Let me talk about them right now. That bag at $22.95. I mean, you can't beat this deal. $97 still for delivered. 3 silver dollars. 3 of Alex's most hard-hitting videos that you can get in your hands. I mean, we're so close to Christmas. I don't know if I can get them to you. I'll try. But I can just tell you right now, you can't beat that offer. Silver is trading custom just short of $30 an ounce. And I'm delivering 3 of these darn things for $97 and adding brand new fresh copies of Alex's videos, still sealed in the plastic.
3 of my hottest films and the free shipping.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Alex.
I mean, you're losing money on it. It's a lost leader. Folks, call today, 800-686-2237 if you want to support what we're doing. Not that this actually supports us. Ted's crazy when it comes to being competitive. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Ted, what about the gold and silver coins, the silver half dollars? What are some of the other smoking radio deals?
Well, there's really great deals right now. The Franks are at $3.05. We give a full year subscription to Bob's newsletter. You can buy the British Sovereign right now at $3.80. You get actually 5 of the videos there. The Walking Liberty halves are at $13.63. We have U.S. Eagles. You name it. I mean, bars of gold and silver. You really should be getting in.
Tell them it's the Alex Jones special, Ted Anderson special to get the lowest prices. The regular prices are great, but these radio deals are out of this world. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. Thank you, Ted. We'll come back with your calls, I promise.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
All right, we're going directly to your phone calls, and I'll get into the federal court ruling insurance company scam. They call it Obamacare so they can just blame their disgusting puppet, and then you'll forget about the real controllers. The insurance companies wrote it on record. It's not about liberal and conservative. It's about bloodthirsty scumbag companies using government to make you buy stuff from them. Vincent in Hawaii. Vincent, you're on the air.
Aloha.
Aloha to you. I wish I was out there right now, man.
Well, that's what, 2,500 plus miles. Alex, cheer up, Alex. I understand that you're making points of light here across the world. You're making points of light in Hawaii. There's a lot of listeners here. A lot of listeners.
No, I know that. It's getting really, we're starting to live in 1984. I found out from the CBC that the Austin police were talking trash about me to them. Can you imagine how unprofessional that is? I mean, it shows how dangerous they are. It's just this country is rat run. I'm sorry.
Let's imagine the Seraphim and what they think about 60-plus years of genocide against babies and kids and families. Let's think about how this opposition is creating altruism. Let's think about how if this opposition wasn't here right now, where would the altruism been reserved from? Where would it come from?
Quantify what you're saying and tell folks what Seraphim are.
Well, the Seraphim, I'm going a little gratitude on that part. They are the angels of our Creator, and they're waiting, and they're waiting for their time. They're almost ready, bro. Let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude for the freedom we have right now to be live. We still have freedom right now. The
globalists want to take our freedom to live. They want to kill us just like they love killing babies. Exactly.
The freedom is still here. We're on right now. Everybody's listening. Where points of light are happening all over. I want to help right now. And then one way we can do that is seize the moment for holiday. The holiday time, and it was what everybody has time off. Grandma, grandpas, aunts, uncles, everybody comes home. We can get something that the elderly need in their stockings. What's the most mild-mannered movie do you think you got, Alex, that would help the elderly? Something that's not like the least alarmistic movie that you've got that would help the elderly and yet stay in peace in their home. Which one do you think that is? Maybe Don't Tread on Me?
I don't know.
Don't Tread on Me?
Yeah, maybe Don't Tread on Me, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, if we could get the mainstream of all the general public of people out there on something like Craigslist in 2 categories, typing one sentence in 2 categories about where they could go for real news and get something appealing to the elderly.
Yeah, well, Google's already trying to censor us, so we need people to help us. And by the way, it's in mainstream news today, Wall Street Journal, that Google is caught restricting people they don't like and even competitors. So Google is now completely corrupt and cannot be trusted for as far as you can throw them.
Audience, we need everyone's help. We can burn movies. Look at all the opportunities Alex has presented. We can burn movies for free. If we just burn 1 movie each and get them out to our local communities and put them in stockings, we've got time off here. This is a seize-the-moment holiday time right now. We've got to move now while people are off. The biggest time of the year when people come home. They've got time to see, listen, hear, and learn. We've got to do this. Everybody, please help. 1 DVD burning. That's all it is. Go on Craigslist one time, 1 category. Type a sentence about where you can get the real, no-spin, honest news. The grassroots of the nation we still got. Cheer up, Alex. Your points of light are everywhere.
No, I hear you. God bless you. It's good to hear from you. We'll come back with more calls. And it's not even... Look, sometimes I'm looking at all this news, and it freaks me out, and I just get really nasty feeling. And I apologize for that. But I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all this evil and corruption. People need to get the instinct again to not like corruption. Corruption isn't cute or funny. It's dangerous.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
We've got a news article up on prisonplanet.com. Father harassed by CPS for feeding kids organic food. The kids told the neighbors, oh, no, we don't drink tap water. It's got fluoride in it. And so now they're trying to say that it's abuse to not give your children fluoride and to feed them organic food. You just can't make this up. And I've actually seen this many times where they'll take young, healthy couples' children away if they are into organic food or if they're vegetarian. And no one can argue that a vegetarian diet is pretty healthy in many cases. You do need to get, a lot of beans and rice and things that together give you protein. And when you're, 1 to 3, in the old days, they would breastfeed that long or also give milk as a supplement. I mean, they need some protein, some fish. But the point is that it's a lot better than eating a bunch of McDonald's hamburgers. And some of the longest-lived people in the world are vegetarians. It doesn't matter. What is the government doing? Now you don't want tap water, so we're going to take your kids? I mean, this country. And I've just got literally probably 200 articles here, all more insane than the last, just all off the charts crazy. I've got a bunch of mainstream news articles where they're admitting that vaccines they're giving kids are killing them in the U.S., but nobody gets in trouble because the vaccine makers have immunity. Then you warn people, hey, these vaccines can hurt you, and the average, I don't even want to call them yuppie. What do you call just the average? You know who they are. You warn them about something, and they laugh at you, and you want to slap them. I guess they're just domesticated, weak people who are living in la-la land. I guess that's the word for them. All right, Candy in Canada, then Brandon, Randy, Tim, Brent, and others. Candy, you're on the air.